She was found so weak she couldn't even get close to a bowl of food. Other dogs would rush in before she had a chance. She just stood there, hungry, scared, and slowly fading away. But this story didn't end there. This story ended with her smiling so wide that people couldn't believe she was the same dog. If you're someone who believes that love changes everything, that one small act can turn a life around, this channel was made for you. Subscribe and keep following real news and real stories that will move your heart every single week. And before we go any further, we want to hear from you. Do you have a pet story that deserves to be told? Drop it in the comments or send us a message. It could be a rescue, an adoption, a moment that changed everything. The next story we tell could be yours. Now come with us, because Ruby's story is one you won't forget. Picture a quiet college town in the mountains of southeastern Brazil, the kind of place where neighbors still wave to each other on the street, and life moves at a gentler pace. It was in a neighborhood like that where Lucimar, a volunteer with a local animal rescue organization called SOVIPA, crossed paths with a dog who was barely holding on. The dog was a Pitbull, and she was skin and bones. Anyone who knows the breed understands just how striking that sight must have been. American Pit Bull Terriers are naturally muscular, athletic, and full of energy. They're built strong, so seeing one in that condition, bones visible, body completely depleted, eyes wide with the kind of fear that only comes from too many hard days on the streets, was the kind of thing that stops you in your tracks. Lucimar left food for her. A simple gesture, full of heart. But the moment the bowl hit the ground, other street dogs rushed in. And this pit bull, who by every measure of her breed should have been strong, was too weak to compete. She stood back and watched. Hungry. Defeated. Too exhausted to even try. Lucimar had to leave that day. But she couldn't leave that image behind. The dog stayed with her, like something unfinished, like a weight she couldn't put down. And so, just a few hours later, she went back. This time not to leave food. This time to bring the dog home. The other dogs were gone. And the pit bull was still there, right where Lucimar had left her, almost as if she had been waiting. Nobody knew how she would react. Street dogs can be unpredictable, scared, in pain, defensive. But there was no room for hesitation. What mattered was getting her out of there. And that's exactly what happened. And do you know what Ruby did the moment she was finally safe? She ate. She ate with a hunger and a relief that brought tears to the eyes of everyone watching. Like she finally understood, maybe for the first time in her life, that this food was hers. That no one was going to take it. That she could eat in peace. The rescue team described her as malnourished, very gentle, and deeply frightened. She was afraid of the other dogs on the street, and that fear may have been the very reason she was abandoned in the first place. A pit bull that is timid around other dogs might seem like a disappointment to an irresponsible owner, but the people who rescued Ruby saw exactly what she was. A sweet, gentle soul who just needed one chance. After the food came a warm bath. The kind of bath that washes away more than dirt. It carries away a little bit of the weight of everything that came before. And after the bath came a blanket. And wrapped in that blanket, Ruby slept. The deep, quiet sleep of someone who no longer has to be on guard. No hunger. No fear. No threat waiting around the corner. It was the beginning of something entirely different. Under the care of the rescue team, Ruby began to gain weight. Slowly, steadily, her body started coming back. Her confidence began to return. Pit bulls are incredibly sensitive to the emotional energy around them. When they're in a calm, loving environment, they respond in ways that are nothing short of remarkable. They open up. They soften. They become exactly the dogs they were always meant to be. That's what happened with Ruby. Day after day, she transformed. Her body filled out. The look in her eyes shifted from fear to curiosity, from curiosity to trust, and from trust to pure, unfiltered joy. And somewhere along the way, Ruby started smiling. That signature pit bull grin, corners of the mouth pulled back, tongue out, eyes absolutely lit up. A smile that said, "I made it. And now I get to live." Then came the moment everyone had been hoping for. Adoption. Ruby found a family. A real family. One that looked her in the eyes, knew her whole story, and chose her anyway. Today she lives with room to run, space to explore, and all the fresh air a dog could dream of. But she's also treated like the queen of the house, because that's exactly what she is. Long walks, naps on the couch, cuddles on demand, and the undisputed title of most photographed subject in her family's camera roll. Ruby has everything she always deserved. The rescue organization shared her journey on social media, and the video was watched more than 233,000 times. People were overwhelmed by the transformation. One commenter said that anyone who adopts a rescue animal has her complete respect and admiration. Another pointed out how little it takes to help a hungry animal on the street, and how much it matters. And someone who saw the before and after photos of Ruby said it simply and perfectly. Look at what love does. The rescue team also took the opportunity to remind people of something important. Abandonment leaves scars. It breaks animals down in ways that go far deeper than the physical. In Brazil, abandoning or mistreating an animal is a crime under environmental protection law, with penalties that include fines and potential jail time. In the United States, animal cruelty laws vary by state, but all 50 states have felony provisions for the most serious cases of abuse and neglect. Owning an animal is a commitment. It is a responsibility. And it is, at its core, an act of compassion that has to be sustained. Ruby's story is proof of all of it. Proof that one person choosing not to look away can save a life. Proof that a network of kind-hearted people can completely rewrite the future of someone who has no voice. Proof that pit bulls, so often misunderstood and unfairly judged, are animals of extraordinary gentleness and loyalty. And proof that for Ruby, smiling has simply become a way of life. Subscribe to the channel and keep following real stories like Ruby's, stories that remind us what love is actually capable of. Now we want to hear from you. Have you ever adopted an animal that seemed beyond hope and watched them transform right before your eyes? Tell us about it in the comments below.